It's Ash from SuperVideos, back for another live stream Q&A. As always, let me know if there's any issues with the stream, any lag, any audio issues, anything like that. And we'll get right into this. We'll give people a few more minutes to join. I see King Ken and Mario are already on the chat, which is great. They both said, hey, glad you guys could join. Hopefully more people will join this stream and we'll take it from there. Obviously ask your questions and we'll get into the questions while we wait until we get a bigger discussion going. I'm thinking of doing the streams a little bit differently, where we'll do Q&As obviously, but it'll be different in a way where, let me see what's going on with the camera here. There we go. It'll be different in a way where we'll get like a conversation going rather than just a QA back and forth. Like it'll be a mixture. We'll do questions and answers and we'll like pick a topic and talk about that for a little bit, something like that. So it's not just, you asking questions and me answering questions. All right, Mario, when will they show, let me bring this, okay, there we go. Mario, when will they show trailer for Fear and World Beyond, in your opinion? They did release teasers during Comic-Con, right? If you mean like an actual trailer, I'm thinking, because World Beyond, if I remember right, World Beyond is going to premiere after the first half of, or not the first half, the first 8 episodes of the final season of The Walking Dead. So it's going to be in between like part A and part B of season 11. So that means if they're going to release a trailer for World Beyond, it's probably going to have to be soon. Because obviously when we get into The Walking Dead itself, like when we get into the episodes, the only time they can really premiere a trailer is it just wouldn't work. It'll be too late. You know what I mean? So I think if anything, right before the premiere of season 11, they might do the trailer for World Beyond. For Fear, it's a little bit more kind of easy to predict because it doesn't air anytime soon. So I think if we follow the same recipe, at the beginning or right before the premiere of season 11's first half or second half, they'll probably do the Fear trailer. Or they might even do it after, like in the after season or in the finale of the second half, the second 8 episode part. I don't know if that made any sense, but to put it short, World Beyond probably soon, Fear probably in between the first 8 episodes and the second 8 episodes of, after the first 8 episodes air of The Walking Dead season 11, but before the second 8 episodes air. Zach Dixon, aka Mask Ninja, says, hello, how are you? Glad you could join. Mario, it should be like 1 month before, right? Yeah, they usually release the trailers like within 3 weeks, 3 to 2 weeks of, not 2 weeks. Usually it's within 3 weeks of when the actual premiere is going to be. Mario, this month probably. Yeah, I think so. For World Beyond, probably this month. That makes the most sense. DJ White, will the Reaper's story arc for season 11A and Commonwealth story arc for season 11B and 11C happen? Will the Reaper story arc for season 11A? Yes, I think we will have the Reapers. I think most of the first 8 episodes are going to be towards Maggie's story and the Reaper's story. A little bit of Commonwealth, the introduction of Commonwealth. Second half is going to be mostly Commonwealth. And I think the second half is probably going to end with around the time when the original the comic book ended. Like around that time. And then the third part, which is 11C, that's going to be where we get into the original territory for the TV version. things that are not in the comic book. I feel like that's how they're gonna structure it. I wanted to say something else as well. They released like a teaser, another trailer slash teaser for season 11. It's got some new scenes in it, some new footage. So I'll be breaking that down probably tonight. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna do two discussion videos that I've planned for Walking Dead, and then that's pretty much gonna be everything. I have another one that I'm probably gonna release later, like in a couple days, not this weekend. But as far as Walking Dead discussion goes, that's pretty much gonna be everything that will come out before the second half, before season 11 starts. So the only time where I'll post a Walking Dead video after this weekend is if they release new footage. And possibly one more video, but that's pretty much it. Until obviously we return with The Walking Dead, and there's going to be a lot of videos coming when we get to that point. DJ White, if Commonwealth story arc ends in 11B and a time jump in issue 193, and what will original material have in 11C? Here's the thing. I don't think we're going to see a time jump from 11B to 11C. I think we're going to see the time jump in the end of 11B. And when we get to 11C, we'll already have the time jump. You know what I mean? Like 11B's finale is going to set up the story for 11C, which is going to have a time jump, but not quite as long as the comics. I don't think that it'll work the same way. I think they're probably going to do a time jump at the end of 11B, but it won't be as long as the comic. And as far as 11C goes, the original story you mentioned, obviously it's going to be original because it won't be in the comics. In terms of what it's going to be, I have a feeling that they're going to focus more on bringing the universe closer together at that point. Probably CRM connections, or possibly doing something where they move a few characters from the world beyond, or even from Fear into the show. That might not happen, but that'll be the only time they can do it. Like, if they're gonna do it, they have to do it there. And I think that final season will set up we'll have to set up the spin-off, the third spin-off. Is it the third? Yeah, the third the new Daryl and Carol show. So all of that, I think, will be done in the final part of the season. I keep wanting to say half, and someone brought this up in the comments. It's not halves, and you're absolutely right. I'm just used to saying first half, second half, so I should probably start saying part 1, part 2, part 3. Because half doesn't make sense. It's a third. Anyway, so yeah, as far as the third part goes, I think it's going to be a combination of setting up the new spinoff, putting some, not Easter eggs, that's not the word I'm looking for, putting some references and connections to CRM, and possibly some crossovers that might happen that they might want to have for either the movie or for the spinoff, the new spinoff. DJ White, will Sebastian get put in jail cell in near end in season 11B? Here's the thing, I don't think we're gonna see a Sebastian. At this point, I'm leaning towards us actually getting a remixed version where it's not Sebastian. I'm not sure if they're gonna just switch the gender or completely change it, I have a feeling they're not going to even bring that character in. Doesn't matter if it's a female or male. They're not going to bring him in. Yeah, you mentioned Sabrina. There's a possibility they might change the gender and make it Sabrina, or any female name that they could give Sebastian's comic counterpart. But at the same time, I have a feeling they're going to switch that up. And the reason why I say that is they're remixing a lot more for the Commonwealth than what we originally thought. Because there is one video I'm going to do which dives into that, but it looks like they're going to have characters be Commonwealth soldiers. Let's just say that. Like our survivors. I'll explain that in the video that I'm going to do. So that's going to be a remixed version of the story. And because of not only that, but there's also, like, the other part of it is they're bringing in a fake Stephanie, right? So that's another layer that's different. So I feel like the reason why they're bringing these layers in is because they want to have original story for the Commonwealth. They don't want to follow the Sebastian Rick story like the comics. I have a feeling that's why they're doing it. Like, it'll clutter the story if they bring these new layers in and still have the comic storyline. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be a lot of different layers for no reason. So I have a feeling they're gonna remix the Commonwealth story more than what we originally thought, which means, and the way they're gonna do it is, I think they're not gonna have a Sabrina or Sebastian character at all. DJ White, will The Walking Dead end in spring or summer or fall 2022, early or mid or late 2022? Well, Walking Dead Season 11, we already have the timeline. I can actually bring it up. Bear with me here. We know the dates, like the full dates of when it's going to air. Let me see, where are the episodes? There we go. So the first 8 episodes are gonna end. Oh, actually, wait. No, we only have it for the first 8 episodes. Sorry. But we could figure it out. I did figure it out and I wrote it somewhere, but I don't have it here. But 8 episodes of The Walking Dead. We know when it starts, we know when it ends. And then the week after, World Beyond will air. So we'll have 8 episodes of 10 episodes of World Beyond. Or how many episodes there is, because I don't think they're doing halves. I think it's just one season, or one extended final season. So we'll have World Beyond, and then a week in between, and then after that week, we're gonna have the second half of season 11, and then after that's done, like the 8 episodes after that, then it's gonna be a week again in between, and then they're gonna do, I think, Fear, if I'm not wrong. And then right after that, it's going to be like the week after, or like maybe 1 week in between. But after that is going to be the final 8 episodes. So we kind of know the timelines, so we can kind of line it up. I just don't have it with me right now. But I can definitely put that together and do a video on that if you guys are interested. And I'll double check and make sure that the dates are right, and make sure everything is lined up properly. The last time I checked, World Beyond wasn't gonna have a mid-season break, but I could be wrong. I have to double check that. And also, I don't know if they're doing Fear after World Beyond, or if they're waiting for Walking Dead to end before Fear. So I'll have to double check all of those. But as far as dates go, I think we know the dates pretty much at this point. Or we don't have it officially, but we have enough to put it together, I think. DJ White, will Pamela's assistant Maxwell Hawkins ever appear? I don't even know that character. I don't remember that character even. But if they were in the comics, they might show up. There's a good chance they might show up. Jose Hernandez, JDM's son will play a walker in season 11, episode 5. Yeah, I saw him post an Instagram post where like he had a picture of his son as a walker or something like that. So yeah, I knew that was coming. I didn't know which episode. So yeah, episode 5. I'll keep that in mind. Questions are dying down a little bit, so maybe at this point what we can do is something that I think will make the streams a little more engaging. Let's kickstart a conversation or a theory or something like that. How about this? Tell me your favorite season 11 theory, and it could be something that we already covered. And we'll talk about the possibility of it happening, how it might happen, and reasons why I think it might not happen if it's something I don't think will happen. Something like that. Let's do that. So everyone, your favorite season 11 theory. And let's just limit it to first 8 episodes for now. Because if we talk about the entire season, then the conversation is going to shift in a different place, in a different direction, I mean. Okay, yeah, I thought there was a comment. Oh, okay. Let me double check something while we wait. Okay, yeah, we're good. I thought for a sec something happened to the stream, but it looks like we're okay still. Because the comments just all of a sudden stopped. Let me see. I feel like something's going on with the stream. Why am I not getting the most updated? I can see, you guys can see it, like this screen that I'm sharing with the chat. You guys can see the updated messages, but I can't. Which is weird because it's the same screen. Anyway, let me do this. It might go away for you guys as well. Okay, there we go. There we go. I just opened it up again. There we go. Now I can see the updated comments. Jose Hernandez. Will Leah die in the first 8 episodes? Or in the first half of season 11? Will Leah die? I did a video on this. I have a feeling they want you to think that. They want you to think that Daryl kills Leah. But I have a feeling they're gonna throw a twist where Leah is gonna switch sides again. She's gonna have a few Reapers join her, and she's gonna try to fight back against the Reapers, and she's gonna sacrifice herself, saving someone, most likely Daryl. I think that might be a twist that they're doing. DJ White, will Leah leave the Reapers and join the Survivors? Exactly. That's pretty much what I said. Yeah, he put it in better words. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think she'll definitely die, but she'll die sacrificing herself after having left the Reapers and joining the Survivors, rather than being with the Reapers and fighting the Survivors. Still waiting for questions. DJ White, is Ash your first name and what is your last name? Well, no, it's not my first name. It's a shortened version of my first name. My first name is Ashkan, and people can't pronounce that, so I just go with Ash. And my last name, I don't want to put out my last name. Just, I want to keep myself anonymous that way. Even though there's people that watch the channel or know the channel that know me, they know my last name, but yeah, just go with first name. Just gonna go through to make sure I didn't miss any questions while we wait for more people to join and more questions. Okay, yeah, I don't think I missed anything. Here's what we can do. So remember that teaser that I told you they released? Obviously, I'm not going to be able to play the trailer or teaser or play the sound, but I can go through slowly the images and we can talk through it. I'll obviously do a separate video on it as well, but we can go through the go through the images and talk about it in the stream. I'm just gonna change the, let's see, do I have battery? Yeah, let me change the battery on the camera. It's dying, so give me 1 sec. All right. Let me see. Let me do that. Okay. Let me find the teaser first. Exclusive. Oh, there's this exclusive sneak peek too, but it's Carol shooting someone like with a huge gun. Let me find the teaser though that I was going to talk about. Where is it? Where is it? Why can't I find this trailer? That is so weird. Teaser or trailer. Am I still? Yeah, my audio is still good. You guys can still ask your questions and stuff. I'm gonna share the footage in a sec when I find it. No, that's the main trailer. This is so weird. Why can't I find this? 1 week ago. Is that the right one? Mute. I think this is the trailer, but let me double check. Yeah, this is the trailer. If you guys have a link, send it to me. I'm having a hard time finding the new teaser. Jose Hernandez, from a different synopsis of episode 2, it says Negan will have to lead the group to safety. Yeah, I did read that. I did read about that. I think it's from the first 2 episodes where that happens. Okay, let me... so you guys can see what I am doing. Let me share this. I am gonna share my... what am I sharing? Let me see. Display. Okay, I don't want to share that. I want to share this. Let's make it smaller. Okay, so you guys can now see what I see. Let me lock this so I don't touch it. Okay, I'm trying to find the trailer that they just released. I can't find it for some reason. There's the sneak peek that I was talking about, but I want to talk about the teaser. Turn Around. That's what it was called. Turn Around. Is this it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Okay. So I'm going to slow it down so we don't get blocked anyway, and also we can see the scenes. So they take this stack off of Eugene's head. Let me make it bigger actually. There we go. So we have Yumiko, Princess. These are things we've already seen. We have the... oh, this. Did we already talk about this one? I feel like we did. Yeah, this is not the new one. Is it? I'm so confused. No, this is not the new one. Dang, I thought it was the right one. It was called like Look Back or something. Live for Them One Day Ago. Is it this one? Yes, this is it. This is it. Okay, this is it. Alright, let me make sure it's still slowed down. Yep, it's 0.25 speed. Okay, so... and the voiceover is not really new. Like from what I remember when I watched it, it's not that interesting. So we won't really talk about it. So Maggie, from what I remember, Maggie's like what we have is Rare talking about Alexandria, and then we have the sign of Alexandria here, and then we have the water tower which we've talked about before, and then yeah, we have a scene of Maggie talking here, and then we have this scene which we kind of saw as well in the main trailer. Negan hands a gun to Maggie, which is very interesting. We talked about this. And then I think Negan says something along the lines of you have to trust each other or something. That's how we're going to get through it. We have Reapers. We have Leah, most likely Leah here. We have Rosita teaching the kids how to work with a wooden sword, which is funny. And then we have all of the kids here. And then there was, Aaron says we have to fight for Alexandria or something like that. Talking to, who is this? It's not Carol. Who is that? Let me go back. Who is that? Rosita. That's Rosita. I think that's Rosita. Talking to Rosita. And then we have Reapers kidnapping someone, capturing them. I think that's Daryl. At any point, if you guys see something that I don't notice, let me know. I'm going to do a separate video breaking this down anyway. So if there's anything I don't notice, let me know because I'll talk about it there. And I'll give you credit for sure. So we have, we have some new comments. Okay, if you notice something, put something in capital at the beginning so I know that's what you're talking about and it's not just a random comment. I'll go to the comments at the end, but if you notice something, make your comment or chat comment capital so I can see it. So I look at it right away. I don't think there's anything so far. Yeah, these are just comments and questions, which we'll get to after. This we've seen before, but we haven't. So this is new. So we have the same scene from a different angle. Let me actually shut my camera down because you guys can't even see my camera. Let me make sure, you guys can still hear me. Okay. So I saved the battery on my camera anyway. So we have that scene, but from a different angle. So we have someone, most likely Daryl, being carried away by the Reapers. This is probably inside the Reapers camp. Now, one thing I noticed right here, this Reaper doesn't have a mask on. So that's very interesting. And also look at the shoes. I think this gives it away that this is actually Daryl. And also the gloves that he's wearing. So the next scene is what we've seen before. Reapers taking most likely Daryl. Here we can see the shoes as well. Taking Daryl into some sort of a prison cell or area where they're going to hold him prisoner. And then, we have Carol talking to Aaron saying you don't want to go down this path. We've also talked about this. And then this interesting shot of Jerry pulling the rope, and this is connected. So that's Jerry right there in the background, and he's pulling this guy. So it looks like they have a prisoner. This could be a Reaper prisoner. And if that's true, then that scene that we were talking about with Aaron holding a knife, that could definitely be him trying to kill a Reaper or trying to interrogate a Reaper. When I broke that down, I talked about how I think it's him cutting someone's arm off when they were bit, like that whole discussion, but maybe that's not true anymore. Like if this is in fact the prisoner, which it looks like, then it's extremely likely that scene with Aaron was also related to a prisoner. We can see Carol here as well. This is at Alexandria, so that's interesting. I think this is Aaron. Yeah, I think this is his mechanical arm. So Aaron is right there. This is a prisoner. I don't know if this is a walker, but it doesn't make sense for them to have a walker like that. So this is interesting. What could that be? I don't know. That looks like a walker, but why isn't the walker attacking Aaron? You know what I mean? So that's interesting. Maybe it's tied or something. And then going from there, let me see. Oh, okay, it looks like this is also there's a rope around the walker as well. It looks like. Yeah, and then we have this scene of Mercer most likely about to kick this guy's ass and interrogate him. This is just a random survivor. We've seen this scene before. And then we have Ezekiel and Princess and Commonwealth soldiers walking in some sort of a corridor. And I'm thinking inside one of these doors or rooms, the door we see, like these rooms where we see the door, that's probably where Mercer is, I think. That would kind of make sense. He's inside one of those cells. And then, yeah, this we've talked about before. This could be either Maggie or Leah. And they're burning some sort of location down, probably something to do with the Reapers. And then we see this shot, which we've seen before in the sneak peek that they released. So it's basically inside the underground tunnels. Dog, Daryl, Gabriel, Negan, and the others are there. This is interesting. So someone is running away, and it's not slowed down. I just slowed it down myself, obviously. So they're running away, and there's a mask right here. This is a Reaper's mask. Now, keep this mask in mind. Let's go back to the scene where we saw all the Reapers again. I think that was in this teaser as well. Yeah, right there. It's definitely not Leah's mask, but it looks like it's this mask right here, like this guy. I could be wrong, but it looks like this guy's mask. So going back to here, why did they take it off? This could be as simple as someone attacked them, took the mask off, and they were able to escape. Could be as simple as that. Or this was never a Reaper. That's also another possibility. But this is a very interesting shot. Let's see, is there anything else I can find out about this? Not really. Not really anything else to say about this. And then obviously we have this scene which we've broke down multiple times. That's Daryl right there. Where am I? That's Daryl right there. We know that because of like everything, like all of this matches what Daryl is wearing. And then we have a Reaper and then Dog. This is definitely Leah. So this is Leah as a Reaper. This also, look at the mask. It matches. Let me go back. It matches this mask right here, which is the mask that the face says it all, like the eyes, that's Leah. So that's why we know for sure this is Leah. And also the dog being right next to it, like it's like this person is its owner, that's another giveaway. And then we have this shot of Daryl with his crossbow. I think in the voiceover in this scene he says something like, I don't leave anybody behind, not ever, or something like that. And then we have Eugene now wearing the blue uniform that he was wearing, which I talked about, which I mentioned that it's probably something that the Commonwealth makes the survivors wear if they're in a working camp or something like that. There's blood on him. It looks like he was knocked out or something. So that's interesting. And then this very interesting shot of Connie with the knife. This was in the trailer. I'm actually going to do a separate video on this, but there is a possibility, or not even a possibility. This is actually Virgil's knife. This is actually Virgil's knife, but that doesn't mean this is Virgil attacking Connie. I'll talk more about that in my breakdown, but this is an interesting shot right here. Next shot is Gabe inside one of those train cars. Nothing more to say about that. It looks like there's walkers, or not walkers, there's survivors behind him. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. And then we have this shot, which is Leah right there. That's actually Leah. Daryl, some places burning, but we can see that what's interesting is that these Reapers have their mask off. And I talked about this in one of my videos. It looks like these Reapers joined Leah in fighting against the Reapers. So these are ex-Reapers now. And they joined Daryl. I could be wrong, but that's what I predicted based on that shot right there. And then we have this shot, which is connected, which is Daryl right there. And then we've seen this before. Someone is injured, probably Alden. You have Negan and Maggie carrying them. And this is inside some sort of a mall. And then obviously Yumiko with the Commonwealth gear, or Commonwealth military gear, which is interesting. Looking at the wall of the lost, or the wall of the missing people. Most likely looking at the note that her brother left her. She's obviously getting Michonne's comic book Commonwealth story. So that's how that connects. But if you remember earlier in the stream, I talked about how they're remixing the Commonwealth story. This is one part of it. Why is Yumiko wearing this uniform? We actually see someone else wearing this uniform. I'm going to talk about this on a separate video, but because of these two scenes, this one and the other one where we see another person wearing that uniform, I think they're definitely remixing the Commonwealth storyline. And then we have this shot of Rosita walking into some sort of a building. We have, I think, Lydia and Carol, if I'm not wrong, here closing the door. It's raining outside. It looks like Rosita killed a bunch of walkers. She walked into this house. We've seen this before as well, so it's not new. This shot of Kelly using this, what do you call this? Bow and arrow? It's not a bow and arrow. Whatever this is called. She has this, right? So she's shooting a walker. Now what's interesting, and I just noticed that, in the background, is this just something she's carrying, or... Yeah, I think it's just something she's carrying. And then we have Ezekiel. This is, I think, in one of those abandoned places where he was killing walkers that we saw in the trailer. And then this very interesting shot of Virgil injured. And then Connie is carrying him away. Now, if you look, what makes this interesting is it looks like he was stabbed. But what makes this interesting, this could explain this right here. Can I find it? With the knife. Where I said it was Virgil's knife. Where was that? There. That could explain this. Maybe someone attacked Virgil. At this point, it's likely that it was a Reaper that attacked Virgil and took his knife. So this could be Virgil's blood right there, or it could be someone else's blood. But that's why I said this might not be Virgil that's attacking Connie. Going back to this scene, so yeah. Connie's carrying Virgil away, and then we have this shot of the underground tunnel. So we have the body bags, which we saw in the one of the sneak peeks that they released. We have a bunch of walkers, and then this shot of Maggie hanging on, and it looks like she falls. But this is where I predicted that Negan is probably gonna save her. That's probably when we're gonna see that. And then we have this title card. I don't think we have anything after this. No, that's pretty much it. But yeah. Let me take this away now. Let me turn on my camera. I hope you guys caught everything I just said. I hope I wasn't just talking to myself. Let's go through the questions and the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much me breaking this new teaser down. I'm probably gonna do that again, maybe a shorter version of it, and post it in case people don't watch this stream. But yeah, let's go through the questions. Where did I leave off? Yeah, I left it off here. I'm just gonna breathe for a little bit. I was talking for like a good 15 minutes, I feel. Let me breathe a little bit and then we'll get to the questions. You guys can still continue asking your questions. Let's see how many people are in the chat. We have one person right now on the chat, which is weird because we have more questions or more people with questions. Anyway, maybe they'll join back. Okay, so DJ White, in the trailer with the survivors going back to Hilltop and killing the walkers there, why did survivors go back to Hilltop? That's a great question. Why did the survivors go back to Hilltop? I think Maggie made them. She made them go back, clean up the place, because she doesn't want Hilltop just to be destroyed, right? She wants to rebuild it. DJ White, will Western Alliance and Greenwell from comic book ever appear in the TV show? There's a possibility they might do that, and that might even link or be a segue to the movies or set up for the movies. But it's also possible they're going to skip it. I'm leaning more towards them doing it. Maybe they're going to expand it a little bit. Like in the comic book, they ran through it, like rushed through it. So maybe they're going to expand it a little bit. DJ White, dog besides a Reaper, and is that Leah and a Reaper looking at Daryl in the woods? Yes, it was. That was this scene right here, which we talked about. This one. Is that what you mean? Yeah, this one, that's definitely Leah with dog. DJ White, could Franklin, Laura's father, return, and did Franklin die before events of Here's Negan and Last Day on Earth? Or is Franklin still alive to find out about Laura's death? I don't think they're bringing... I don't know. I mean, he could be alive. He could be dead. I don't think they're bringing him back. If anything, maybe the... what was that new series called where... Tales of the Walking Dead. Maybe they'll bring him back in Tales of the Walking Dead. But I don't think he's ever going to come back in the main show. Or even the spin-off. Or even the movie. Just there's no place for him there. It doesn't make sense. If they do like a Negan spin-off, he could appear because there's a connection with Negan. DJ White, will Kelly find and reunite with Connie? That is extremely likely at this point, yes. I think, though, they might do something where they reunite, but they kill off Kelly anyway. Or that's what I'm thinking. But they're probably going to reunite. DJ White, will Magna, Luke, Connie, and Kelly from Magna's group find out and didn't know about Yumiko had a brother? Oh, no, I think they were close enough to have known that Yumiko had a brother. I don't think she would keep that a secret. You know, it's not something you would keep a secret for. It might not have been as relevant because she thought he was dead. So, you know, it's not like she was looking for him or anything. DJ White, was Yumiko's brother Tommy in Magna's group? Yumiko's brother Tommy in Magna's group before separating and leaving Magna's group and joining Commonwealth. Did they say that she had a brother in that group? I don't remember. If they did, then it could be. What did it say on the note that Yumiko is gonna find? Did it say Tommy? Like, was that the name? It could be. I don't remember. That could have been the name. DJ White, after Lara died, and did Lara ever get put down before turning into as a walker? Yeah, Lara did die. Beta killed her. They didn't show what happened to her. But I assume that they did put her down. But then Beta threw her against the wall and her head hit the wall. So I don't know if that destroys the brain and whether you still turn or you don't. So yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind. DJ White, will Maggie or Ezekiel or Gabe or Negan or Aaron take Rick's comic death? I don't think they're gonna do the Rick death in the comic book. I don't think they're gonna do that. They're gonna remix that, I feel. The best person to get that, I think, is, like, the person that would kind of make sense at this point is either Aaron or Maggie. But I don't think they're going to give that to any of them. I think they're going to skip that altogether. There's a chance they might do it, and I talked about that on a video. And if they do end up doing it, then it makes more sense for Aaron to get it. Jose Hernandez, I think the Reaper is running away with the mask on the ground is the one who's getting their arm bit in the trailer. Oh, interesting. What do you call it? Interesting analysis. Let me bring it up. I'm just pulling that scene up again. Obviously, you can't find the scene when you're looking for it. There we go. Let me share back. So, okay. I'm just trying to see. It doesn't look like they have. Yeah, like if we look at the scene in the trailer where the person was getting their arm bit, it looked like they were wearing like a black hoodie or something darker. It looks like they're wearing a gray sweater or something like that. So it could be, but it's unlikely because of that. DJ White, will Virgil tell Daryl about Rick being alive? Will Virgil tell Daryl? Will he have a reason to? I mean, Michonne didn't tell him anything. She didn't even tell him about Rick, or I don't remember. So I don't know if Virgil would have a reason to tell anyone about what Michonne found. Yes, he would probably say Michonne found something, maybe even what it was, but I don't think that he would know that it was necessarily connected to someone like Rick. Like, I don't think he even knows about Rick. Why did it jump so much? There. Jose Hernandez, will Negan stand up to Maggie? No, I don't. Depends what you mean by stand up. If you mean try to get her to trust him, yes. If you think fight her, no. I think Negan is gonna try to be as civil as possible when it comes to talking to Maggie. And he should. DJ White, how did Yumiko take the Commonwealth Trooper armor? That's a great question and something I'm going to talk about in the video that I'm going to do. But this scene, right? But to put it short, I think there's two possibilities. Either she attacked a Commonwealth soldier to have, run away and wore their uniform, or the Commonwealth are gonna have her become a Commonwealth soldier and she's going through training. That's another way. I'm leaning to more. I was leaning more towards the first case, but after seeing something else, like another person wearing it, like the uniform, I'm leaning more towards the second case. But I'll talk more about that in my video that I'm gonna do later. Jose Hernandez, if Carol sides with Negan staying in Alexandria, could that hurt their friendship or her friendship with Maggie and Daryl? I don't think Carol would ever side with Negan like that. We even saw in the bonus episodes, she was trying to be diplomatic. And I think she's going to continue doing that, continue trying to be diplomatic. But if push comes to shove, she's gonna side with the survivors. She's not gonna side with Negan. We saw that once because she, not expelled. I was gonna say she, made Negan go to the cabin. So that was her way of saying, I'm siding with the survivors. Negan, you do what you want to do, but stay away from Alexandria. You know what I mean? And I think she's going to continue doing that same thing. Margot Aikenlab, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know you told me how to pronounce it once, but I hope I didn't butcher the name. The actor that portrays Rick, Andrew Lincoln, has been in talks to reunite on show for last season. Though if this happens, it'll be the last of third section of the last season, as they are doing the final season in 3 sections. Yeah, I've heard that too. It's weird though, because if they bring Rick back in the current timeline, that complicates the movie and how the movie's gonna work and how the transition is gonna be to the movies or even the spin-off. More likely than not is Rick does come back, but it'll be a hallucination or a dream sequence, or it'll be in a way where it doesn't impact the current storyline and it doesn't impact the storyline in the movie. You know what I mean? Margot, and with another question, I think that Laura is the one whose arm gets bit. Laura. Is there any other Laura? Didn't Laura die? Laura died. Beta killed her. Oh, sorry, Leah, you said. Okay, Leah. Leah. Interesting. Could it be Leah? Let me just pull it up. Real quick. Oh, I just missed it. Let me share it. So this could be Leah. Let's think about that. What is Leah wearing? How about if we do the following? I'm going to keep this here. And then let's go to the shot with Leah. Looking at Daryl. Where is that? Could this be Leah? Let me make that bigger. I mean, she does have gloves, like fingerless gloves. does look like she has like this vest that might match this. So this could be Leah. Yeah, I agree with you. That could be Leah. That could definitely be Leah. Something I didn't think about, but definitely there's a good hint at that. Jose Hernandez, will we get an episode about the Commonwealth in the early years of the outbreak? In season 11, I hope we don't, but we may get it. Here's the thing, I hope we don't get an exclusive episode like that. I hope it's more intertwined with the current story. I hope it's not like they do one full episode where we see how Commonwealth was formed. It's like they can do that with the current story. You know what I mean? They don't need to have it that exclusively. I think I'm all caught up now. There's 2 more questions. Margot, she has the dark clothing and the same gloves. Yeah, we just looked at that. It's definitely possible. There's definitely enough there to make that prediction. Speaking of which, what I'm gonna do is take a look at whether we can see any knife on Leah at any point, like in the episode of season 10. If she has like a knife that's similar to this knife right here, then that's a dead giveaway. Or not dead giveaway, but that's another big clue. But we'll see. I might do a video on that. If I find more clues like that, then I might do a video. Right now, I think it's not enough for me to do a video on that right now. Jose Hernandez, what will Negan's role be in Commonwealth arc? Very good question. I don't think he will have a comic book Commonwealth arc. So we're gonna have to wait and see what they do with him. But it's possible that they might give him parts of Rick's story. Parts. Not all, but parts. Margot, I can see them doing the Commonwealth beginnings in the new Origins story. Or show. Yeah, Tales of the Walking Dead. Yeah, that's definitely a great place for that. I like that even better than doing it intertwined with the current story in season 11. We've been going for an hour straight. This was a great stream. So we can keep going, or we can stop and I can do my breakdown. Which one would you rather see? I know I did my breakdown already for those of you that were on the stream. But if you want us to continue, we'll continue, and I'll do the breakdown tomorrow. If you think we're good and you're done with the questions, we'll call it a stream and I'll have some time to do my breakdown. This is one of the perks of being on the stream. You got to see the breakdown and you get to answer questions. Alright, it looks like there isn't more questions. So we might call it a stream. I'll wait like a minute or two to see if there's any questions. If there isn't, we'll call it a stream, and then I'll work on the breakdown and post that. But let me think. Since you guys already saw the breakdown, and as another kind of perk of being on the stream, let me know if you want me to still do that breakdown tonight, or do you want me to do a theory video, a discussion video about like one of the discussion videos I planned tonight instead, and then do the other, or to do the breakdown tomorrow. Let me know which one. Jose Hernandez, will we get What If episodes in Tales of the Walking Dead? What if Carol survived? No, I don't think we'll see anything like that. I think Tales of the Walking Dead is just stories that fill in the gaps. I don't think we'll see any like parallel universes or any what if scenarios or anything like that. I think if they start doing that, then it's just gonna get really out of control with what they can do. And I don't think they want to go there. And I don't want them to go there. Alright, maybe in another minute, if there's no questions and no one chimes in on whether they want to see a theory video or a breakdown video tonight, I might just do the breakdown video to get that out, and then we'll do the other videos tomorrow. Alright, it doesn't look like there's any more new questions. So that's going to be the end of the stream. Thanks everyone for joining and asking questions. This was a great stream. Obviously, going through the teaser, breaking it down, made the stream better, I think. So if there's any point where we can do something like that, we'll definitely do it. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining, asking questions. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you can join us in 2 weeks as well. So next Friday night, we're not going to have a stream because we had one tonight. We're going to have it the Friday after, the week after. But yeah, other than that, stay tuned for a bit of videos this weekend, but probably more videos when The Walking Dead actually returns. And yes, if I am able to watch early, I will be posting my reaction early to Season 11's premiere and going forward. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to share and smash the like button. Don't like the share for streams. People don't really watch streams after the fact anyway. But definitely smash the like. And also, if you're not a subscriber and enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. That's it.